Good morning.
Good morning, hi.
This is Lonni, and Lonni is a bank
Manager?
Of course you are. I was thinking of director or something,
you can call it director. Branch manager.
Branch manager for Cajamar. Cajamar? Is
Yes,
that correct?
Cajamar.
Cajamar,
Yes.
we're talking Spanish here. Yeah. Okay, so we are talking a little bit about mortgages today.
Yes.
This is a very important part when you are purchasing an apartment or an estate in Spain. And most people believe that it's so complicated, but is it complicated?
No, it's not complicated at all. It's actually a very simple procedure. As a bank manager, I work in a very simple way. So I send an email to clients saying you need to give me this information, these documents, and then it takes approximately, let's say, between 2 to 3 weeks to get a mortgage approved when all the papers are in place. And clients got NIE number, which is very important to obtain from the very start.
Okay, we're coming to that. And is everybody allowed to get a mortgage? Do you have to be resident for it,
No,
or can
not
you
at
be
Just a
Swede? Just a Swede.
You can be a non-resident. We give mortgages to clients purchasing a holiday home in Spain, of course. We have a percentage of a 70% maximum for non-residents, and the age limit is 75. That means if you're 55, the max term is 20 years.
Okay, so 75 together or 75 for one person?
Well,
maximum?
actually, the mortgage has to be repaid when the youngest person of the 2 or 3 people on the mortgage is 75.
Okay, so that means that it's very good to put in your children into the mortgage. Because they probably are having some few more years to be 75 than we have.
Yes.
Okay, so you said about the documentation, and in the on our website you can also see a checklist from Cajamar where exactly you can tick off all the documents you need to have. So how long does it take to get a mortgage? Is that a long...
Approximately 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks,
altogether.
yeah. And when we are talking about the rates, some people believe that, okay, it's not complicated, but it's very expensive. How is it about that?
Well, taking into consideration that we're talking about a holiday property, it's not your main property in Sweden or Norway or where we live, where the rates are a bit lower. At this moment, we offer a fixed rate for the first year of 225. Of course, it can vary from day to day, but approximately 225, which I think is an interest rate that's very
doable.
Yeah, I think
acceptable.
So. Yeah, I mean, we're not talking about a 4 or 5 or 6%. No, definitely no. It's still a very good interest rate.
Yeah. I remember when I took a bank loan in Sweden, and we paid 15%.
Wow.
That was in the early 90s.
Yes.
Oh, that really...
That hurt.
Yeah. So 225 doesn't sound very hard.
No.
You have to keep in mind that Swedes have been a little bit... spoiled with the interest rate in Sweden, but now it's a bit changing. So that's why it's also very important and interesting to compare what is the situation for the Swedish bank loan versus
of course
the Spanish.
But again, you really have to think this is a holiday home, and you can't benefit from an extremely good interest rate as you can back in Sweden. It's totally different here. So
let's say I have found this house or apartment of my dreams, and I go to you and ask you for a mortgage. What is happening except for the documentation? But what is the bank doing?
Okay, first we have to open an account, which requires only passport, address, payslip or tax declaration. So we open the bank account. Normally, I don't waste people's time. If I can see that, clients' income is not enough to obtain a mortgage in Spain, I'm not going to lose their time. Not going to use your time or my time, definitely. But at least I'm not going to waste anybody's time. So for me, it's important that people are open about their economy. They tell me short in the short way what they earn,
Yeah.
what outgoings they have, like car loans or other things.
Yeah.
And once we've opened the account, we ask for a deposit of approximately 400 or 500 euros regarding, depending on the price of the property, because we have to make an external valuation.
Yeah.
It's a bank valuation, but it could be one of 20 different companies that do valuations. So it's an external company. We send those out. They view the property and they come back with the valuation in approximately 3-4 days.
And how do I pay for this valuation?
Clients have to pay for that valuation.
And how much is that?
Anywhere
normally?
between, I mean, if it's a cheap property, it could be like 300.
Yeah.
If it's
Depends on the size.
so I would say between 300 and 1,000 euros. That would be the maximum, but that would be a very expensive property.
Yeah, right.
So, I mean, somewhere
A normal
between 4
two-bedroom is about 350 or something.
350
like that.
approximately.
Yeah. Okay. And when this valuation comes back to you, what is happening then?
Okay. In between, I've gathered all clients' information, all their papers, and the mortgage application is practically finished. So I have to send it through to different departments. They check that what I've done and what I've said is correct. And once that's all finished, we press the button of approval.
Okay.
And in 3 days, we can go to the notary and sign.
That sounds fantastic. Now I have been to the gym and I'm really, working out, but my right arm is really sore now, so we have to take a little break here. Coming back shortly. Oh, I get the mortgage, but how much do I get?
Okay.
Good
As
question.
a non-resident, you get maximum 70% of the lowest evaluation and price.
Okay.
Normally, evaluation would be at least the same as the purchase price. The valuation can be extremely higher than the purchase price, then you're lucky. It also happens that the valuation is a bit lower than the price. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Then it's the 70% of the lowest.
Okay. So is the valuation something those companies do a little bit like or when it can fluctuate so much, or how is it?
Well, I guess they have like a price range. Depending on location. If it's first line beach,
of course.
If it's a villa, if it's apartment, the age of the property, square meters, all that comes into consideration when they do the valuation.
It's the same, I suppose, it's the same regulations more or less than you're working.
They don't care about the furniture, if it's recently painted, if the kitchen is nice, not at all.
No, it's not the makeup things which is important here. So, do you have any specific mortgage benefits which is exclusive for Cajamar, or?
Well, I think the very positive thing is that we speak English here, but actually with a Swedish or Norwegian person, Danish person, I would speak their language.
Yeah.
Maybe for a Swede it's easier to communicate in writing in English, but it's totally, I'm flexible. We also have Swedish employees in the bank.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a benefit. You feel like more secure when you can speak to somebody in your own language. Personally, I'm from Denmark. I've been living in Spain for 33 years and I've been working banks for 26 years. So I'm pretty experienced. I've been through all these procedures 1,000 times. Yeah. So, I mean, I can offer that you're in good hands with me.
Yeah, sounds great. That was also a question. Do you prepare a sort of personalized mortgage? Can I go into you and you can calculate it for me, or so? Is that something?
Of course we can.
Yeah?
Yes, definitely. Actually, sometimes, because it varies, sometimes banks offer like several different products, you can say. We have one single product. So it's very easy. And it's very easy for me to see, well, if you want to find out how much is the repayment of a mortgage of X amount of money, you're this old or this young, it's very easy for me to reply, well, your monthly repayment will be 550 euros, and then you can consider yourself if it's affordable for your economy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very communicative. If people need advice, they just send me an email, and I will, of course, reply as soon as possible.
Good. And after the purchase, and I have had my bank mortgage from you, what do you follow up? Do we have any contact in the future, or is this just something you're going into the bank and I get the mortgage and then it's bye-bye, or how?
No, we don't forget anybody. No, normally I have a very good relationship with all my Scandinavian clients. Actually, many becomes even friends. So, I mean, things would run smoothly, I guess. I mean, people of course have to pay the mortgage every month. If everything runs smoothly, many times I don't hear from the clients for like ages, and then all of a sudden they come back saying, well, I have a question. Yeah. But normally things would run very, very fluid.
Yeah. So you become a very important what do you say, somebody you can lean to when you have questions and things are appearing with taxes, or it could be anything regarding concerning the state.
Of course, yeah. I mean, sometimes I have clients asking, have my community fees been paid? Of course, then I have a look at their account and I check everything is okay. Yeah. It's not only getting the mortgage. I've been in the same branch for 18 years now, and it's not. I don't think I'll ever disappear from there until I get very old.
Well, seems to be a funny job to be in a bank and take care of Scandis.
At least I go and see you.
All right, thank you so much. And any questions more, you know where you can find Lonni.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lotti. Bye.